this will be lesson 4, and I'm going to focus on finishing the floor slabs and then looking at them all together. So, a couple things we did that should have been fixed. Here's the group that represents floor 1, right? And its thickness, so we gave it about a foot, but I probably shouldn't have brought this line all the way to the forefront. So what I'm going to do, let's go to isometric view. I'm just going to push that extrusion back and just remove those little points, lines, edges that we don't need, so that we have a consistent, and close that group. Floor slab 1. Let's look at the top view again. Right? So we have an opening in the middle, which represents the lowered slab for the courtyard. If we turn on its visibility, and then let's create another section, because the other section views have all the other underlays with it. So let's go to ISO. Let's just call this scene, save as a new style, rename it slabs, floor 1 slabs only. Section, the arrow key to select. We don't need this to come up every time. Let's move this through and see what we have going on. So the first floor, remember we moved the elevations. So we set that at 48. The courtyard, let's give it a Z coordinate. It's not going to be 0. Let's set it at 36. So that'll be a couple steps below. I'm just placing them approximately relative to each other right now. So if I select this and say align this view, we're just looking at a sequence. We still have to negotiate from the first floor slab to the courtyard, but we have those elements in place. Let's start to look at level 2. Let me align this section again and just save it. Section 2. We'll worry about giving them more meaningful names later. Now, let's turn on the underlay for level 2. Right? And view, hide the section planes, and view, hide the section cuts. So we have to start drawing the second floor. Top, And it's going to be similar as the first floor, right? So we can use that slab let's copy it. Well, actually, because it's got the courtyard missing in the middle of this, it's going to be easier to draw this. So let's just draw from scratch. So we are drawing on top of what appears to be outline level 2, right? X-ray mode so we can see through this, and we could turn off the plan view of the courtyard and the floor of the courtyard below. So I've just drawn this slab, or the outline, a rectangle representing that slab. So we need open space. So what's open below it? Well, what's open is this whole stair sequence. So we have, actually, it's pretty rectangular, right? It's all this, at least all that, and then let's say that that's what we have going on. There's a stair here as well. I'm not paying a lot of attention to exactly what is going on in there. I'm just planning for openings in this slab. And what's probably significant that in level 2 is that it is also probably missing the courtyard area. So let's draw alright, let's see what we have so far. Let's remove that, remove that, remove that, and then let's just create a rectangular shape in here, and then we'll refine it. I'm going to draw it approximately, and we're going to remove that. So there's what we have for the slab so far. Let's go to ISO and give it a thickness of 12. That direction, 12. Triple click, 1, 2, 3. Make it a group. Let's give it a Z value, so it has an elevation of, right now, 345 inches. Let's create a place for it, floor 2. So this group is now floor 2. This is approximate, right? So let's turn on the underlay for floor plan 3, off the underlay for floor plan 2, turn off floor 1 and 2. Let's go to a top view. I probably should turn those off as well, but you know what. So The third floor has all that open below. And let's draw something representing, let's see, I'm snapping to points in 3D. So let's just turn off these steps. Top. Unfaced. There we go. So there's the entirety of floor 3. But we're going to subtract from it this rectangle that represents this open space. Alright, there's some thickness because there's columns and stuff. The stair leading to it. The outline of the courtyard below, which is composed of that, and that piece, and that piece, and these may be open below as indicated by, could be freighted, I'm not sure what that is. So let's erase these so that we can deal with them as all one shape. So now this gets deleted, that gets deleted. There is the outline of my third floor slab, except for these two things, I'm not sure. Let's go to ISO. Push, pull it 12. Triple click. Make it a group. Create a layer for it. Move it to that layer. Always model on layer 0 and push things to the layer that you want to organize. So let's see what we have so far. Let's turn off the underlay for floor 3. Let's get rid of this dimension we don't need anymore. Let's turn on floor 2 and turn on floor 1. And if we were to turn on the steps, the sidewalk, and the courtyard, that's what we have for a model so far. Let's save this as a scene. Floor, slabs, 1, 2, and 3. A little spelling error there. Tool section. Curve section the opposite way. Maybe we move that a little further so we get through this opening. Right? Let's reveal the section drawing. So now we see what we have going on, and we see that it corresponds more or less. Something not quite right in here. I'm not sure if that's open, but we can fix that. But there's what we have so far, and this, we'll save this as lesson 4.